Welcome to Land a House. I'm Seth. Today I am testing out the Vivo 1B Sit Stand Desk. This desk has an electronic motor that allows it to go very low for a sitting position or very high for a standing position, and anywhere in between you decide to set this desk to. So let's go ahead and unbox this and then get it assembled and then take a look at all of its features. This sit-stand desk is shipped in two different boxes, the top and the base. I'm going to go ahead and unbox and assemble the base first, and then we will get to the top here in just a moment. Alright, let's start by pulling out the contents of the base. Alright, there's a bit of foam on top for protection. Here's the instruction booklet, which will be required for me, I imagine. Okay, from what I could tell, everything seemed to be packaged well and was not damaged whatsoever with the foam and the bags that are included. Let me get these set out and we will begin to assemble this based on what the instruction booklet has to say. Step one shows to take these crossbars and attach them up here on the motor leg and the non-motor leg. There is an included Allen wrench, and also it says to use the M6 11mm screws, which they don't have any indication of what they are, but looking at the picture it seems like it's these right here. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this one, place it right here on this motorized leg with these two holes right here, and then this piece needs to be facing away from the angle of this motor. So anyhow, just like this right here. Alright, that actually installs pretty smooth. I'm going to go ahead and do the same with this one over here. Next I have these two angled brackets right here, which will be going on the top of this. So if I spin this around so you can see it, they will go right up here, and it looks like they're going to face just like that. And I need to use the other bolts, the M5s here. The same Allen wrench is going to be able to get those installed. So let's see if I can't get this in a way you can see it going on here. Very good. The other one's going to be just like that. Now that I have these two pieces attached, I can flip this up so I can install the feet onto the legs. So I can simply just place this right here and use more of those original M6 11s. These feet require 4 of these M6 to be installed. After the feet have been put on, it's time to get the middle crossbar installed. Now the instructions say to put this to the desired length. I'm not really sure what the desired length is yet, so let's just get this in here and then we can adjust as we need to. We're going to use the M6 11 bolts again, and that will just friction lock that crossbar into position. There are 4 of them total. You can already tell this is too wide for the tabletop that I've got. This is the link rod, which will allow this motor over here to raise this leg at the same time. And so what the instructions say to do is to loosen this up so that this bar can slide out. Basically put this end over here into the hex hole. The other end extends out until it reaches into this part over here and allows that to basically make a good connection between those two. And there is a small set screw up under here that's going to use the included very small Allen wrench. So I'm going to stick that up in here and then tighten that down to make sure that this does not come loose. I'm going to tighten this down for now, but I have a feeling I'll be coming back later to adjust this whenever I get the tabletop on here. I have these little rubber washers that are anti-vibration washers, and they're going to be placed into these holes up here on the top surface. And that's going to allow the desktop to rest on these and not slide about or have the vibration whenever the motor is running. There are also 2 metal brackets that I'm going to install on each side. Well, I have to say this frame is actually pretty simple to build here. I'm going to set it off to the side so we can open up the top. Okay, now it's time to get the desktop surface on. I was looking at the website and saw they had 48 inch by 30 inch, and I thought, oh, that'll be good. 4 foot may be a little bit short for what I was thinking, but the 30 inch width here is going to be very nice, because some of the stuff I anticipate putting on here will need a bit more surface. But I don't know, depending on your room that you're going to put this in, you may want to opt into the 60 inch instead of the 48 like I did here, but this may at least just give you an idea of what the 48 by 30 looks like. Some foam in here, and also has extra bits of tape to keep that in place. Very nice. I went with the black desktop, and it's very nice. I like this a lot. Per the instructions, I'm going to lay this down here on top of my work surface. And then I'm going to take the base that we just built and place it on top of this so we can get it screwed into position. Now I've got some M516s which use a Phillips head screwdriver, and that was not included in this kit, so have to keep that in mind. Now, as I expected, the holes do not line up with the current spacing that I have, and so what I want to do is just loosen up these 4 here in the middle a little bit. Honestly, I could probably get by with just loosening 2, but let's go ahead and loosen them all up. And then I need to also loosen up the connecting rod here so that that is loosened. And then I can slide this in until this matches up with those mounting holes. All right, I've got a Phillips head screwdriver. Just going to lock down the tabletop right here using those M516 screws. The legs are now screwed down into the desktop, so it's time to get the control board on, and that's going to go right over here on this corner. There are multiple screw holes over here, and I'm going to just find the 2 that match up, which is right here and here. And I'm going to use some more of those same screws, the Phillips head, that were used to attach the legs to the desktop. The last step is to get the cords installed here. I'm just going to stretch this one out a little bit and plug this up right down over here, just like that. And then over here, this is the power adapter, and that's going to go over on this side. There we go. Now they do include a couple of items for cord or cable management. So it's just these little zip ties, and they can be used to hold the power cord off over here to the side if that's where you want it to go. So I will probably be installing that here in just a moment, but I want most of this cord to be free so I can get over to the wall to plug it up. But let's go ahead and get one of these in so that this cord doesn't get pulled around. The back of this just has a 3M sticky. Just pull off that film and let's put it right over here. All right, you can place that power cord down in there, and this just kind of sticks up under here and clicks into place. There we go. It's pretty simple. The sit-stand desk is fully assembled. Let me flip this over and we will test out all of these settings here on the control board. Just about forgot to re-tighten down all these middle supports. Let me do that real quick. I now have the Vivo sit-stand desk in the upright position, and the control board is powered on because I've plugged up to the wall. If I press the up button, it'll go up, the down button will go down, and then you have 1 through 4 for presets, and over here under the Vivo logo is a height indicator. So let's go ahead and press the up button. 75, 80, 85. Very cool. So you can see where it is there. Now, if I hold one of these numbers down, it will preset that. So if I hold it for 5 seconds, it just now says H1. So if I go down a little bit and then press the 1 key, it will go up to 85. So you don't have to sit there and hold that key down. So for instance, if I want to go all the way up to the highest position up here, which is actually pretty high, it's incredible, 122. So now I can hold down number 4 for 5 seconds. H4 is now set at the highest point. Let's go ahead and reset number 1 to be the lowest point. So let's get back down there. All right, it's a little bit further down to like, what was it, 73, I think. All right, I'm gonna hold down 1 again to preset that one. There we go. And then let's just kind of get some midway points for the other numbers here. I kind of like 85, so let's do that. Hold down number 2. Very cool. And then let's go up here to the next one. How about, yeah, 95 sounds good. There we go. Those are all preset now. Now, of course, you would judge those numbers on where your desk chair is or where you like to stand at, depending on your height. But very cool. I like this a lot. There's also a timer feature here so that after 1 minute, the display for height will turn off, and it's a power save mode for this sit-stand desk. The shaft does spin as this is lowering up or down, so keep that in mind. Now, it is behind this other bar so that you can't really get to it with your clothing, but you know, if your knees were too close to that, it might rub it a little bit. Just keep that in mind. The hooks that are up under here, I believe, are primarily designed to be used with headphones, but I'm sure you could put just about anything on there that you want, and it is going to be able to hold that up. So my thoughts on assembly, it actually was pretty easy and straightforward based on the instructions. It's a little bit heavy, so if you're even getting the bigger desktop, be sure to flip that over with somebody else because you don't want to hurt your back. Now, the little control board is very simple, but very effective. You can easily just push a number and it will go up to that preset value. Or if you want to fine-tune things, you can press your up and down arrows over here to get that into position. Let me show you just how high this can go based on my height of 5'11". Check this out. I am almost 6 foot and this desk is way too high for me. So I would say if you're well into the 7 foot mark, this is going to be perfect for you. You could use this and have no problems whatsoever. Now I'm going to be using this sit-stand desk to show product, and so I will have the option to go this high, and so my camera angle can get right in there and I can be working on stuff and not have to be bending over, and it's going to be pretty good. So definitely looking forward to using this as a product review table. But as far as a desk goes, I can see this being so practical. This is my first time to ever use a sit-stand desk, and so having the option to bring it up to the height you like and work on it and then drop it back down so you can roll your chair underneath is great. So I like it. Now, it is a bit heavy, so be careful if you're moving this without anybody else around. It does have legs on the bottom that can be adjusted for any difference in your floor height, which is also a good feature. Now, I was a little careless whenever I was flipping this back and forth, and I would recommend that you place either some of the cardboard or foam that came with this down first so that you don't have any scratches if you're building on a floor or a table that may do that to this surface. But definitely check out the Vivo website. I'll have a link to that in the description down below. There are several different sizes and colors and options that you can get with this. So definitely, if you have different needs than this one right here, which 4 foot and 30 inch is going to be I think ideal for the stuff I'm going to be doing. But if I were to put a dual monitor setup here with a mouse and keyboard and having room to write something down, I would probably go with the longer version, the 60-inch. But of course it just depends upon the amount of space you have to install your desk system. So anyway, I'm Seth with Land to House. Be sure to check out the Vivo website down below and get a table for your very own. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.